Hello, everyone. I'm very happy to hold this live session today about crystals, technology, and crystals in general, and the quantum field of these beautiful, beautiful elements that are on our planet. So, for all of you that you're watching for the first time, I'm Dr. Ioana Dinawanta, and I've been studying crystals since some years now. And ever since I discovered the quantum field of crystals, my life has changed in many ways. So, since the personal experiences are the ones touching everyone so much, I wanted to share today my personal experience and work with crystals that started approximately 5 years back. I received a first crystal, and it was a quartz crystal. I think 5 years and a half ago. And I remember I looked at it. I looked at the shape of the crystal. I looked at the quality of the quartz, of how it felt in my hand, of the shape, first of all. And I remember it was pretty striking to me. Probably I lived a memory cell, something, and that specific moment when I saw the crystal reminded me of sacred geometry. I suddenly had so many visions with geometries, with specters of color. It was beyond anything that I had experienced until that time. So I knew that in a way, it must have been working with crystals, like probably in other lifetimes, or who knows when. It was pretty familiar and very strong, a very strong emotion in my solar plexus chakra, like really, really strong. So I got to a point until I said, okay, I need to start exploring crystals more and more. And the moment I had that decision, the universe just kept exploring and showing me what these elements can do for us here on Earth. So, as you can see right now, I'm wearing a crystal quartz, clear quartz, and it comes from a very special place, Romania, the place where I chose to be born in this lifetime. One of the most beautiful, beautiful places on earth for me is more than home. It's the place where I rooted all my energy, my seed. And as this beautiful tree next to me, I kept growing there and kept discovering my purposes and my missions here on earth. So, this clear quartz crystal literally, to me at least, is a reminder of the seed that needs to keep creating and keep expanding the branches of the tree, and just keep going into different levels of awareness and consciousness. So clear quartz crystal was for me a gateway through a different a level of awareness. And today I chose to wear it because I've created this consciousness amulets that will help other people step into another level of awareness, and so on. And speaking of crystal quartz, a clear crystal quartz is the one that you see right now on my neck. This is one of the most universal crystals that there are on our planet, and you can use them in so many ways. But I would love to give you some insights about the quantum body of the crystals. And first of all, what is a quantum body? Because we have it, plants have it, crystals have it. So it's the energy field that is around us, right? For this physical body here, this physical body here, this physical body here, right? That we all see and know. That's the first layer. Then it comes the second layer, it's the aura, the energy field in which a lot of frequencies are happening, trespassing, mastering our structure, and so on. It's the unseen layer that can go 30 meters all around us. Then it's the soul body that goes 150 meters around us. Then it's the spiritual body that goes infinitely in all directions. So this is why we are saying that we are infinite beings. We have the capacity to expand infinitely in all directions due to our layers, the unseen one. We tend to take for granted what we see in front of us right now, this body, this crystal, this plant, but we are all so much more than this physical element that we are seeing right now. And the more we start working with the other layers of our being, that's the moment in which we take acknowledgement of the hugeness and the infinity and the complexity of our body. Of course, always we turn to biology and chemistry. Biology and chemistry were the most loved areas that I get exploring ever since I was in school as a little girl. The biology and the chemistry of physical structures is also one of my field of studies, and crystals have such a complex chemical composition that holds a specific quantum body. So we tend to look at crystals and we tend to see different shapes, different colors, different structures. They hold a very specific chemistry, and that specific chemistry is to be found in the periodic table of elements of chemist Mendeleev that discovered and put this table out there for every one of you to explore it. And even if you don't study chemistry, even if you are not so profound into the scientific study, you can Google periodic table of elements and you can study the elements and you will be looking at yourself on a specific level. You will be looking at crystals at a specific level because all that chemistry can be found in nature all over, and all the chemical compounds are to be found in crystals, in plants, in this human body. And each chemical compound has a frequency and a resonance. And therefore, in this little quartz crystal here that you see on my neck, the very specific chemical composition will expand a specific type of frequency and energy in my aura, in my 30 meters quantum body, right? So we could say that one uses crystals to increase the level of energy. And that is true because of the chemistry that the crystal holds and the resonance and the energy that it keeps expanding when it touches the physical body of a person. I hold a crystal right now on my heart chakra. Therefore, I want him because it's a very masculine energy that I feel here, and I invite you to discover what type of energy carries the crystals that you have in your home. That's the first thing that one should be exploring. Are you feeling a masculine energy? Are you feeling a feminine energy? What kind of vibration comes to you for the first time when you get in contact with a crystal? When you place your right hand just on top of it, you don't need to touch the crystal. You just need to sense it with your hands, because our hands are more than fingers, skin, bones. The hands are quantum bodies to send, absorb, and master energy and work with it, right? This is why sometimes when we hug a person, a hug can be very healing, because with our hands we touch that person, we hug it, we bring it close to our heart chakra, and we exchange a lot of energy. So having crystals, and especially the clear quartz crystal on your heart chakra area, it also expands everything that you hold in your specific area of your body, in your heart, right? And the heart chakra opens in front and opens in the back as well. So a clear quartz crystal with its quantum field expanding its energy, it will help this area of my body to stay open and to have these channels of energy that pump out from my chest and front and in the back, to just keep twisting and twisting and twisting a certain type of energy. And the more I keep the crystal on my neck, on my heart chakra, the more I open up, the more I open up, and the more I sense whatever comes into my heart emotionally. Because emotions are energy, emotions are frequencies that are passing through our body, our physicality. Our cells sense that energy going through the body. So when we feel happiness, you feel in a certain way in your body. When you feel sad, you feel in a certain way in your body. When you feel curious, you feel differently in your body. So all these emotions are frequencies that are passing through our body, and they are creating memories in our cells. So the more we invite the quantum body of crystals to work with the quantum body of oneself, the more harmonious these emotions can flow through your body, because crystals are elements of nature that are meant to help us evolve, that are meant to help this planet evolve, and in the same time to help us memorize the frequencies that are transpassing in our body, in this physicality right now and in this lifetime, because we chose to come on earth with a very specific reason. And the most universal reason that can exist is evolution. Like, we came here to evolve in many ways possible. So the more we learn how to work with the elements of nature, the more we can evolve. So using crystals, and learning how to communicate and learn how to embrace their energy, it's a form of evolution, because it will help you understand more of who you are, more of your emotions, more of your energy, and learn how to work with yourself. Get to know thyself, get to know your structure, get to know your layers. That is something that is to be explored using crystals. The more you invite a crystal in your life, in your room, in your house, in your body, the more its energy will unfold emotions within you. Um, and the more you explore your emotions, the more you understand what is happening with you, the more you understand your past, present, and future. Because in each emotion, we keep a specific frequency, a specific element of nature that pumps up more. For example, when we feel in such happiness, there is so much fire energy in happiness, because we tend to move, because we tend to smile, because we tend to place things in motion. So that is a lot of fire, that is a lot of air out there. Crystals really work with the elements of nature, which is, earth. We are stopping on earth, right, as the first element. Then water, which is the most versatile element on earth. And we will talk about water and all the elements probably in other lives that will come. So we have earth, we have water, we have air. We cannot sustain life on earth. We cannot sustain our body here in this physicality if we don't breathe, if we don't take this grasp of air into our lungs, right? So air is really important. Then, so we said earth, we said water, we said air. Ether is one of the elements that I like to call like everything, everywhere, all at once. Like it's the element that it holds all in all. It's the unseen. It's like the black matter in the universe. That grasp, that holds everything and keeps everything united. Right? So we said earth, we said water, we said air, we said ether, and there is fire, the fifth element. Fire, that fiery energy whenever we are happy, whenever we are moving, whenever we are also frustrated and we tend to raise our voice. That is a sort of that is a way of the element. That is a manifestation of the elements of nature. I am a manifestation of the elements of nature. This crystal is a manifestation of the elements of nature. This tree also. Everything that takes form, that comes into matter, into physicality on this planet, is a mixture of the 5 elements of nature, creating a specific material, therefore a specific energy, therefore a specific frequency, and so on, until it gets this shape. And then getting back to the clear quartz crystal, one of the most universal crystals that they are. And when I say universal, it's because their energy, you can use it, you can work with it in so many ways. You can work with clear quartz crystal to increase the energy in your aura, to clear your space, to perform sacred geometry in your home, like to increase the energy in your home, to perform self-healing, to perform healing on other people's physical body or quantum body. Quantum body is the energetic body. And just look at the shape of the crystal, because each shape is really, really, and it's very warm, by the way, it's really, really warm. The more that touches your body, the frequency blends so well with your frequency, and you feel the crystal gets warm so many times when you hold it in your hand, when you hold it on your heart. The crystal works with you, and you work with the crystal, because it's a recognition that takes place at a physical level. We are both elements of nature, and therefore there is also an energetic recognition, right? The crystal accesses something in my body, and I access something in the crystal's body. So therefore we're here to help each other. We're here to heal each other. We're here to grow and expand each other. And the more we learn to integrate the physicality and the quantum body of the crystals into our lives, the more we will learn how to heal specific parts of our body, how to heal our aura and the holes that can be created in our aura during a 24 hours day, right? Because during the day we tend to go in specific places, we tend to meet specific people, we experience different kind of emotions during just a day. Imagine knowing how to handle and mastering those emotions and the frequencies that are going through your body every day, and have the patience and the kindness and the openness to explore what you feel, how you feel, why, and to create this short, brief um, notes at the end of the day, like what happened that day with me, what people have I met, what have I learned, what have I felt today, right? Um, Having a crystal on your neck every day and um, focusing consciously on taking notes and having this brief um, um, how can I say, having this brief acknowledgement at the end of the day, like how you felt, why you felt that, it gets memorized also in your crystal, and it will help you digest everything that happens um, every day with you. Because sometimes we tend to let so many days pass with such heavy emotions that we're going through without processing them and going from one to another like a carousel. And just think of how your aura will look with all these unprocessed emotions in 1 week, 1 month, 1 year. Imagine that there are people unaware of their feelings, unaware of why some things happen in their lives, and they cannot process everything that happens in their life. Imagine how much heaviness and how much pressure could be in that quantum body. So allowing crystals to step in, and just by wearing, simply the fact of wearing a crystal, consciously or unconsciously, even if you are aware of it or not, the crystal works with the energies that are coming through your aura. So just simply by wearing a crystal necklace on your chest, or a bracelet, or I don't know, just having a crystal in your purse, and usually clear quartz crystals. I told you they're most like universal crystals that you can have near to you, just to help you process everything that happens with you in this 3D world. So, if you have home in your home right now, this type of crystals, if you have in your home any type of crystal, I invite you first of all to take a look of its shape, to take a look of the shape and see how do you feel for that shape. What memories, how does it makes you feel, like what are the insights that you are receiving just by exploring the shape of the crystal that you are having right now in your hand. Like how do you resonate with the shape, right? Does it remind you of something or not? The shape is really important. Then the energy and the feeling that you get just by having this crystal close to you. So shape, yes, energy, color. Also, what does the color of the crystals send you in, right? Because each color has a spectrum of light coming in and energy coming in. So clear quartz crystal, usually I love working with them because they hold the power to invite all spectrums of light. Sometimes you can look in a clear quartz crystal and just see a rainbow, right? If you put it in the sun and you look at it, many times over, it happened to me to see like a rainbow of colors. It's the most universal crystal that invites everything to go in and out. Um, so I like to wear it, and I chose it for the consciousness amulet because it holds everything. It's like all in all. So this gives you infinite space and infinite potential and infinite energy to work with. Having it on your heart chakra or on your solar plexus. By the way, you can choose a larger lace or a one that is on your heart or on your higher heart, even more up. The area in which you choose wearing your crystals is really important, by the way, because that will be an area of your body, a specific chakra that you can work with in a more conscious way. So, for example, my heart is really open. I'm working from the heart, I'm speaking from the heart, I'm putting my heart out there for this world because this is my mission here. I came to work from the heart, with my heart, for one specific attribute, which is unconditional love, which has very specific vibration and helps you create infinitely. And stepping into the energy of unconditional love, that is one of the highest human potentials that we could ever achieve. I don't know how many lifetimes it took me to learn just a little bit more, just a little bit more, just a little bit more, so that in this lifetime I could be from an early age fully aware of my mission. And that is becoming unconditional love and helping others to reach this level within themselves. And it's a quite an interesting journey, not easy at all. I went through so many things since an early age just to be able to open myself at this level. And ever since I invited crystals in my life, they really helped me open my heart even more and work with this specific frequency, which is unconditional love. So that's just me. I invite you to discover in which way crystals open up gates so you can go through and explore parts of yourself that you haven't explored until now, or not in this physicality, not in this specific lifetime. And what memory cells you can access within yourself just by feeling the structure of a crystal. Um, when we are physically in a place and when we are stepping with our feet on the ground of a specific place on earth, we connect with the elements of that area, right? So I invite you to become fully aware from where the crystals that you have in your home, from where they come from. For example, this crystal right here that I'm wearing comes, I told you, from Romania, my birth country, the place where I seated myself, the place where I started to grow my tree. Um, where do they come from? The crystals that you have, because you can work with the energy of that specific place in the same time and see what it has in store for you to acknowledge more. Like, why did you choose a crystal from Brazil, or why did you choose a crystal from Mexico, Colombia, South Africa? Because each continent also holds a specific type of energy, an element that strikes more. For example, South Africa, we have such fire there, right? It means that you can work with that energy and invite that element even more, right? If you chose something that it's close to water, it means maybe you can work with that energy and so on. So I invite you um, to question all these places and see if you can become aware of the um, places of the crystals that you have in your home, that you can ask the store from where you got them, or the person from which you buy them, and just explore that connection, right? Why this crystal came to me, why I was attracted. Because we get attracted, first of all, it's the physical contact, shape, color, structure. Yeah, we look at it, it's really well shaped, it's a clear pores. It's like, yeah, we get to know very well the physical part. Then we are attracted by its quantum field. It means that in certain level I need that energy right now in my life, or I can use it to heal something in my auric field, or there is a more deeper clue in that specific frequency that once I invite it in my field and I get to walk out from the store with that crystal, that it's a whole library that I'm holding in my hand. So I invite you to explore and start exploring crystals in this way, because each crystal, it's like an entire library. It holds a specific energy and carries the energy from the place that was extracted. So, this was just a start of the crystal technology, talking about today the quantum body of crystals. I'm super looking forward for a next live in which we will go deeper and deeper into crystal technology, and I cannot wait for you to understand more and see that these little things that sometimes we tend to look at them and say, oh, they're just beautiful objects. They're so much more than that. They're technology, and we can learn how to work with their energy. Until next time, I thank you, Dr. Adina. Much love to you and bliss, and I invite you to discover everything that I place as crystal and light language cards, books, and so on my website, lajoyacrystalhealing.com. I love you all.